Hey guys, so today I thought I would do a video on some of my favorite pens to use. I don't use all of these on a regular basis, but I thought I would just go over some of the pens that I have repurchased before and ones that I do like to use. And this paper on the left is like a semi-glossy sticker paper. It's not the one I use in my shop, it's just the one that I had laying around, and I thought I would test these out on it. And then this is just basic copy paper on the right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. The first pen is the Staedtler Tri-Plus Fineliner. I have these in a bunch of colors, although I use the black the most just because I like black ink. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Yeah, I think so. So I really like these for designing like hand-drawn stickers. I use these in my sketchbook a lot. I don't really use them in my planner just because sometimes they do leave a little bit of shadowing. It's not too bad on this paper, and I tend to write really small in my planner, so I like to have like as fine a tip as possible, and I typically use like really thin gel pens for that. So that's one of my favorite drawing pens. Another pen that I really like to draw with is the Sharpie pen, which I'm sure a lot of people have used as well. And this is just the fine Sharpie pen. I don't know exactly what size it is. And again, I don't use this in my planner. I use this mainly to draw in my sketchbook. So that is the Sharpie pen. It looks to be about the same width as the Staedtler pen. And both of these last a really long time and they write really smoothly. They're both felt tip pens, so I really enjoyed those. And then I have two more that I use for drawing. This is the Micron 005. It is a 0.2 millimeter tip. So I think it's the tiniest tip that they make. Mine will appear a little bit thicker than it would brand new just because my tip is a little bit mushed by now because I've used it a lot. But these last for a really long time as well. And I really like drawing with these because you can get a tiny little line. I have a whole bunch of these pens in all sorts of different widths and thicknesses, so if you are interested in these, I would suggest going to an art supply store like Blix or Utrecht or something like that, and just testing out all the different widths to see what your favorite is. But like I said, I like really fine tip pens. The last felt tip pen that I have is the Papermate Flare. And this I bought because I had heard a lot of hype about them and I wanted to try it out, and I actually don't like this one as much because I find that it bleeds more than the other felt tip pens, and the felt tip seems harder to me than like the Staedtler or the Sharpie. So it also writes a little bit thicker, I guess, depending. If you hold your pen like maybe straight up and down, it might be a little bit finer, but I tend to write with my pen slanted, as do most people. So this pen I like just for like everyday writing, to-do list, something like that. I believe this is I don't know if they have different widths of this actually. This has a little M on it, so maybe it means the medium, I'm not sure. But this is probably my least favorite out of the felt tip pens, but I do still like it and I do still use it. So I'm not sure how long this lasts because I haven't gone through one yet. So I don't know if it lasts quite as long as the other ones. So those are all the felt tip pens I have. Then I have a bunch of gel pens. So this first one is the Uniball Signo RT, and this one I like. It writes, these are all like really fine tip pens. I think this one's like a 0.38. This one, oh actually it's writing pretty well. This one I've had problems with writing on glossy paper. And most of these gel pens that I use smear on the glossy paper, just so you know. But I like using this because it has a very fine point, but it doesn't always write super smoothly, and it might just be the one that I have, but it wrote pretty smoothly here, so that's good. But I do like it. And all of these pens are very affordable. I want to say they're all maybe like around $2, $2 to $3 each. This one I really like, but it does not write on glossy paper or the sticker paper that I use. This is the Pilot Juice. Again, 0.38 millimeter, but it is really smooth. It seems to let out more ink than some of, like, this is a 0.38 tip, and as is the Uniball Signo, but the Pilot Juice looks a little bit thicker and bolder because I feel like it lets out more ink when you write. But I really, really like this one a lot. So this is definitely one of my favorites. The next one is this Tull pen, and this is the medium width, I think. I don't know exactly what it is. I've had these for years. I use them a lot, but they're not my favorite, so I'll put medium. And they do make a finer point in this, but I haven't found them yet, so I might have to order them online. But these write really smoothly as well, and they come in a couple different colors. I use the purple one a lot too, so there's that one. The next one is this Uniball Signo. I don't know what else it is called. It just says Uniball Signo. But this is a 0.28, so this is the smallest tipped pen that I have. The one thing that I don't like about it as much is that it has a cap. Like a lot of the pens that I use to write in my planner, I like that they have the push top. I don't know what you call those, but because you have to, you know, obviously uncap it. But this one writes really, really tiny. And this one is very smooth too. I think this one is smoother than the RT. And this is 0.28 millimeters. So this one is really nice. I really like this one if I have to write in like tiny little spaces. So that one is great. I've gone through a couple of these. The next pen is the Pilot G2 0.38. I have a ton of these that are the 0.7. I have them in like every single color. The 0.7 or maybe 0.5 millimeter ones, but I like the 0.38 again because I like really tiny pens. And these, oops, G2 0.38. And these write really smoothly as well. I've gone through so many of them. So this one, and they last forever, and I highly recommend these as well. So that's probably this one and the Pilot Juice are like my second favorite pens. And they write the smoothest, I think. And then my ultimate favorite pen, which I use in every single Plan With Me video almost, that this is like what I always have with my planner, is this Uni Jetstream 0.38 millimeter pen. And this one I've only found online. Of course now it writes weird on this. But this is what I use to write on the stickers from my shop, and it doesn't smear at all. It does smear on glossy paper, so for glossy paper I usually just stick to using a Sharpie because it's like the only thing that I found that doesn't smear. But I love this pen. Like, I think everyone should have this pen, and it comes in a couple different colors. So and it's just like ergonomically, it just, I don't know, it works really well for me. So this is my favorite pen, the Uni Jetstream. You can find it on Amazon or Jet Pens. I think every single one of these pens you can find on Jet Pens if you guys are interested. So they're all a couple bucks there, and I think they do free shipping over $25. So if you want to order like 10 pens, you can get free shipping there. So anyways, that is pretty much it for all of my pen tests. I've let these dry a little bit, so I was just going to go over and see if they smudge. I haven't ever used this paper to print on. It was just paper that I tested out and ended up not liking. So I'm not sure if they will smudge or not, but let's see. So the Statler definitely smudges, as does the Sharpie pen, as does the Micron. Papermate Flare, I mean, it's not too bad. And I'm not like pushing too hard, but I am pushing harder than you would if you just brushed your hand over the paper. So the Uniball Signo RT does not smear, which is awesome. Pilot Juice smears, the Tull smears, Uniball Signo smears, Pilot G2 smears, and the Uniball Jetstream does not smear. So if you're looking for a gel pen that does not smudge, this is just semi-gloss paper. It's not like completely glossy, but both of these pens write on the paper that I use too. Mine isn't glossy, it's a matte, but it's like a very smooth matte. Or I'm sorry, not the Pilot Juice, the Uniball Signo RT. So I use both of these to write on my stickers. But so the Uniball Signo RT and the Uniball Jetstream were the only two that didn't smear on this paper. But anyway, if you guys are in the market for a new pen, I would definitely suggest checking these out. Again, if you don't care if they smudge or you're just going to be using them to write on matte paper, definitely I would say the Pilot Juice and the Pilot G2 are probably my favorites. So check those out. I know sometimes it's harder to find really, really fine tip pens. So those are definitely my top suggestions for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a little bit long, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.